Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lebakang Liberty and I hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to Vlogtober, girl. We're doing it. We are doing it. We are here, we're consistent, and we are doing this. I'm looking a little bit like chill today because I wanted to do a little like chit chat, get ready with me. So I have my bonnet on, I have my little gown. I just took a shower and I did my face routine, but I want to put on my makeup now while I chat to you guys. I have dinner with my friends in like an hour and a half, so I'm just gonna get ready while we just have like a quick chat. Let me say this before I start. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not even a big makeup enthusiast. Like I hardly wear makeup. I work from home anyway, so I don't even need to wear makeup. But sometimes I like to get my face done a little bit, so I'm not gonna be mentioning products, or don't take this as a routine. Like I'm just doing me, and like I've said a million times on this channel in my other vlogs, foundation, flashinyana, something with my eyes, then I'm done. So don't be expecting a lot from me. I just want to talk to you guys. Like I just want to be here, I just want to have a conversation with you. So that's the juice here, not the makeup. But let's get into it. I think my phone is ringing. Let me go check that out quickly. Okay, so now I'm gonna start with my foundation. So guys, I just wanted to like come on here and have a little like chit chat, get ready with me, just about like just relationships, guys. Again, really, I feel like I'm feeling so insecure about putting my makeup on screen because I feel like I'm gonna be judged. Please don't judge me. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll see how it turns out. Just listen to the words. Don't look at what I'm doing in terms of my makeup. This is what I do. That's why I don't even want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. Let's pretend like you guys don't see what I'm doing. Guys, I was looking for my lashes and I even went to go buy a new pair of lashes because I couldn't find them. Honey, I stuck them in my blush. I literally just spent money for nothing. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about like just like me, what's been happening with me in terms of relationships, and honestly like how to get over a breakup, because I was thinking about it recently and I'm actually doing pretty good. Like I'm doing well with this whole healing thing. So just for a little bit of context, if this is your first time watching like anything from me, I spoke about a breakup a little bit in my get to know me tag, but whatever, it's fine. You're here, I'm here, let's talk about it. So I went through a breakup in Feb. I broke off my engagement with my ex, and yeah, it wasn't planned. Like it wasn't like I was plotting and planning for a while. So it was a really random breakup that came from left. I speak about it in the get to know me tag, so you can watch that if you want a little bit more details. But y'all, like, breakups aren't nice. Like breaking up is not nice, but when I think about it, I'm doing really well. And I was thinking about like what happened, like why am I doing so good, like how did I get over this breakup or get well like as quickly as I did. And so what happened is that, this is like a story time a little bit. So we broke up in Feb, and then I was still living at my own place. And then, so the plan is that because we're engaged, we were planning on getting married in June. And then my lease at my place was ending in March. End of March, I was going to move back home for April and May. And then in June, we were going to get married and then live together. So when we broke up, my lease was still ending. So I came home, of course, like the day we broke up, I texted in the family group and said, family meeting today. Like, I want to tell you guys everything now. Like, so I think that made that very final for me. Because I was like, if I tell my family and I sit my family down, like, there's no turning back. There's no chats after that. There's no kind of like, oh, I'm thinking about it. That made it very final for me. So that was very important to happen, like having the meeting with my family. But anyway, I had a meeting, and then I actually slept at home. My parents were just like, okay, no sleep here and everything. And then the next day, I believe, oh, I hate foundation so much. I feel like I don't put on foundation properly. Like either I need a brush or I need new foundation. Oh, I'm struggling. Anyway, I had I took like a little walk with my dad in the estate and everything, and I was just telling her about like, oh, I don't know what to do with the place and all of that. I don't know if I should like renew my lease, find a new place, but I didn't even like my place anyway, so renewing the lease actually wasn't like the plan. Either I was gonna find a new place or come back home. And my dad was like, you know what, come back home, like come home, come get yourself together, Also, I'm working from home a lot. Like, I don't really need to be paying all the time, not even a lot, the whole time. I don't need to be paying rent. And another thing is that I was just like to my dad, like, I'm gonna feel very lonely at my place, because I was used to being with my ex every single day. Like, he was the person I was with, or else like I was gonna go crazy being by myself during a pandemic, like living alone. It was gonna be too much. So my dad was like, come home. I'm like, that's actually a very good idea. Like, let me go home. Yeah, I hate putting on foundation with a sponge. I need to find a brush or something. But anyway, so I moved back home. My lease ended at the end of March. So basically, actually, from my breakup in Feb, I was basically living at home. I think I'd come home, like, be here for a whole week, and then go to my place if I had stuff to do with friends, so that I could just sleep at my place, and then I'd go back to my place to pack and everything. So I was basically back home, and I really enjoyed it. I was really keen to move back home. So I moved back home and everything. And you know what? I think if I were to put this in points, to say, oh, like 5 steps to getting through a breakup, step number 1 would be to surround yourself with love. And I think that that's the big realization that I came to, that yes, I broke up with somebody that I loved, and I lost a romantic love that I really valued, but there was no shortage of love in my life after that moment. Like, it's not like I felt like there was this big hole of love. Like, being at home and being surrounded with love on a consistent basis, unconditional love, was the best thing that I could have done for this heartbreak. This heartbreak could have killed me. Like, if I hadn't done that, I would not have survived this heartbreak. I loved my ex. I loved my ex. My ex was my friend. He was my best friend. We spent so much time together. We wanted to get married. We was going to spend the rest of our lives together. Like, if I hadn't, not replaced, but if I hadn't filled myself with love, even though I lost this romantic love, if I hadn't filled myself with love from my parents, from my friends, I would not have survived this heartbreak. So one thing that I will definitely say, if I can give you one tip, it would be to surround yourself with love. Make sure that you surround yourself with love. Moving back home was such a great decision. My parents are always here. They're working from home as well. So I'm very also thankful that I have parents, that I have a very healthy living environment at home. Like, it's not a toxic environment at all. My parents are like my best friends as well. Like, we talk about everything, we laugh about everything, we spend so much time together. They're my best friends. So surrounding myself with that love really didn't like make me feel like, oh, I lost love, I'll never love, there's no love in my life. I was mourning the relationship and mourning this romantic love that I valued so much, but there was no shortage of love in my life. Another thing that like I can credit to really being able to heal from a breakup is also just like hanging out with your friends. Like, it sounds so crazy, but I think because my relationship happened peak pandemic, where we weren't hanging out, everything was closed, I wasn't seeing friends. My partner was like my everything. He was my friend, he was the person that I hung out with the most. Like, actually being able to hang out with my friends and see my other friends and have fun with my friends and do all of these things with my friends was it reminded me that there's life outside of this relationship, there's life outside of my relationship, there's life outside of this person. Like, I can live and I can survive, which is a big step for me, I have to say, because even my sister was saying in the beginning stages of the breakup that I'm so surprised that you haven't even called him on anything, because if you had asked me at any point in 2020, if you and this person were to break up, what's gonna happen, I would have said, on the spot I'm gonna die. On the spot I'm gonna drop dead and die. Like, if me and this person break up. So the fact that I'm not gonna lie, this heartbreak wasn't giving what I thought it would have gave. It didn't hit as hard as I thought it was gonna hit. I thought it was going to hit. Of course it was painful, right? I'm not saying that I was like every day like, no, there was pain, but of course it was painful, and of course I was hurt, and of course I missed him, and of course I loved him, and of course I did, but I didn't fall as deeply into sadness that I thought that I would have, right? It didn't crumble me as much as I thought that it would have. And I really credit that to moving back home. So living with my parents, living with people. I mean, this is not everybody's able to move back home, but just like surrounding myself with people all the time, and those people being people that loved me so much, going out with my friends. I belonged to the streets this year. The first few months, I was so hesitant about moving back home, because I was just like, I don't know, I thought my parents aren't strict, but like I was just like, yo, freedom, like I'm not gonna have the freedom that I had. I'm glad that my parents were as lenient as they were and are as lenient as they are, because guys, I don't think for the first few months from March when I moved back home, there was not a weekend where I was home. From Friday I was out, come back home on Sunday. Every single weekend. Like, I partied this year, love it for myself. I went on a few trips. I was seeing my friends, I had plans. Like, even now, like, I'm booked and busy. And I love that for myself. And it really sounds like something so stupid and so small, but like, I was this deep in a relationship. Like, I wasn't giving myself space and time to deal with my friends. But also, most of that I can also credit it to it being a pandemic. Like, it was 2020, like the pandemic, where lockdown restrictions would change every night and you didn't know. So this person was the only constant person that could be in my life. I couldn't go out, I couldn't see my friends as much, I couldn't this and this and this and this and see my family. Would see each other and talk, but it wasn't as much as now. And I enjoyed myself. Like, I enjoyed myself. I kept busy. When the breakup first happened, I immediately went to counseling. So him and I were supposed to start in premarital counseling. So my parents took me to the same lady. Guys, I feel like my makeup is like caked up, but it's so cute. So my parents took me to the same lady who was supposed to do our premarital counseling. And she really, like, one thing that she told me, that this is the time for me to kind of also focus on like other things in my life and hobbies and all of that. So I struggled with work. I'm not gonna lie, I struggled a lot with work and school. I'm doing my master's, if anybody doesn't know, in business management. So from March to June, I wasn't doing anything in terms of my school. Like, I think that I threw myself in like going out, seeing friends, like just partying, having fun, all of that I really neglected school and work. So I would say also, like, a good way to get through a breakup as well is to like try to let it not disrupt your life so much, which sounds really crazy. But for me, that delay of 4 or 5 months was a huge delay, guys. I was supposed to finish my master's at the end of this year. I've been delayed by 6 months. Now I had to redo my, like my plan, like my dissertation plan, when I plan on submitting what, and I've genuinely been delayed by 6 months. Now I'm projected to finish next year August, or next year July, August. That's when I'm projected to finish. I was supposed to finish this year. So that's a little bit of a downside, and I'm just like, dude, you had to break my heart this year. You know, I'm studying my master's, dude. You couldn't have waited until I finished. You had to do it now. Like, God, Nate, your men are selfish. But yeah, that's basically like what happened with me. It didn't really give what I thought it was gonna give. It didn't hurt as much as I thought it was gonna hurt. Like, it sucked. I have a bit of, I'll call it me, and I'm like, it's my ex. Not as much anymore. In the beginning, when I was like partying and going out a lot, that's how I felt all the time. It sucked. I missed him, but I'm so grateful to my parents. With Mama and Papa, like, if you ever watch this, they won't, because I made sure that I blocked them on YouTube. You can do that, and I googled it and I blocked them on YouTube. But if any of my church members see this and they want to forward it to my parents, Mama and Papa, if they ever see this, my mom and my dad, you guys are everything to me. I would not have survived this breakup without them. My parents, there was a time, guys, in the beginning of the breakup in Feb, I was at home and everything, and I would sleep really early, and I was like sleeping, and then I heard my parents praying, and then I like listened to them praying and listened to what they say, and my mom was praying for me and my heart, guys. Like, that meant everything. And I know our parents pray for us, but just like seeing it and like really seeing it in action, where they'll be praying over my heart. My mom was praying over my heartbreak, she was praying for strength, she was praying for, and my parents held me up. My parents are everything to me. I appreciate them even opening up their home, so that like their home is like home for me. It didn't feel uncomfortable to be in their house. It didn't feel weird. I'm gonna be moving out, of course, because I like my freedom, and not even freedom, I just have my own space. It's a thing. I just like to live alone. But I appreciate being able to have lived with my parents in this time of going through the heartbreak. My friends, oh my gosh, the other time I was literally 5 to tears thinking about my friends. My friends did this. This is me, this is my friends, held me up. I thought that I would feel the loneliness because they all have their own lives going. Most of them are in relationships, most of them just like now have to focus on their relationships and this, but all of them held me up, checking up on me, calling me, also availing themselves to me, man. Like, they were available. We also got to nurture our own friendship, even outside of all of the things that are happening. So for my friends to love me as much as they do, like, if there's one thing that I'm super blessed with, it's friends. I'm blessed with the best friends on earth. You guys are my rock. I love you guys so much, and yeah, thank you guys for everything. But like, so now what happens? So a breakup happens, sharp, oh, you go through the healing, oh, partying, whatever. Then you realize, ne, oh, okay, I'm a lover. I like to love. I love relationships. I enjoy relationships. I one day have to get back into a new one, meaning I got a date. And let me tell you, the stock market is crashing. The stock market has crashed. Is the dating scene that bad? Okay, so right now, where am I in terms of dating? I'm not actively looking for a relationship and actively looking to like be in a relationship, but I'm open. If I'm walking in Woolworths and there's a cute man and he thinks I'm cute and it's like, hey, and I'm like, hello, I'm open. I did get on online dating when in July, I think July or August, in July. And I got on Bumble. It was my first time trying Bumble because a friend of mine had tried it on there. She's like, oh, try it out. I was on it for a day, for not even a day. I was on it for 10 minutes. I was like, nope. Got out. I spoke to her. I was like, girl, no. And then she's like, no, try it again, whatever. I got on for like a week, and then I met somebody there. So since my breakup, and now it's like, by the time I'm shooting this, it's September. Since my Feb to September, I've had 2 talking stages, and one lasted 8 weeks, the other lasted about 5 weeks. And one thing that I've realized is that when I got out of the relationship, let me say this first, I was really determined on working on myself and being the best me I can be. Learn something from this. I wanted to learn something from it. Like, really just look at the relationship just in hindsight. What could I have done better? What could I do? What are the patterns that I have? I just looking at myself, really just looking at how I can improve as a person. And one thing that I really like knew about myself was that I'm very tolerant. Like, I really feel like I'm too tolerant. So actually, after the breakup, I got very intolerant. And one thing that I'm really proud of myself for is that when I see a red flag, I jump ship. I run, like, rightfully so. And I believe that that's how dating must be. Like, if you see a red flag when you're dating and not in a relationship, run. Because what ends up happening is that when you get in a relationship, our tolerance level rises to here. You're so much more tolerant to things that you would not be tolerant to. Do you understand? But so when you're in dating, when you're talking to somebody, and when you guys are just dating and talk whatever, any red flags, take them seriously and run. Your tolerance can be on the ground, not on the ground. Everybody has their stuff, so a little bit higher than the ground, but not too high, and that's something that really was like really true for me. I had a talking stage with this other guy that I met on Instagram. We had actually not started talking, but he had been in my DM since 2020, I believe, and then we just like kiki here and there, but it wasn't anything like serious. I didn't take it as anything serious or deep because I was in a relationship at that time. But then after my relationship ended, I posted like a press release. Not a press release, but I posted something on Instagram because we were engaged, and I had announced the engagement, and people would like comment in the DMs or on a post and say, oh, comment for your wedding 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just felt like, okay, I just kind of want to put this behind me, so let me just tell people that no, like, I'm not engaged anymore. So anyway, and then he had messaged me and then asked to take me out for my birthday, and then I was like, sure, but we only like went out around May, which is like a month and a half after my birthday. And then it was a talking stage, child. Like, it was a really real talking stage. We were talking all the time. We were texting. Were pet names already inside? Yeah, pet names were already inside on his side. We were hanging out. We were going on dates and all of that. And then a red flag. So a huge red flag, actually. So actually, I don't want to go through that whole talking stage. But then there were like a red flag one time. My tolerance, I get, is not on the ground. It's a little bit higher than the ground. So the first time I see it, I'm like, all right, that's amber. Then I see the same time, I'm like, oh, it's red. It's red, it's red. So I saw the same red flag for the second time, and then I was just like, no. And then so that talking stage ended, and then I got on the dating app on Bumble, and I met somebody who I actually really liked. This guy, like, I think this is a guy that after my relationship I really liked. And then I really liked him, and we were like a more serious talking stage. Like, this was a more serious talking stage. Pet names were heavy on my side. Baby, babe. That was me, like, talking, like, it was so heavy. We saw each other. We hung out actually a lot more than that first talking stage. We hung out so much. We spoke all the time, all of that. Guys, that guy was hot. Like, I think that, like, that talking stage shouldn't have made it past, like, surely the first 2 weeks. It shouldn't have. I saw those red flags. Those ones were red in my face from day one. But he was so hot, and he was tall. He was so tall. I'm really tall. So if you're like taller than me, sheesh, your red flags be looking a little bit. That's burgundy. That burgundy is like a deeper red. That's like a, that's amber. That's like a really deep orange. Like, that ain't red. That's a deep orange. So his red flags were deep orange, but they were red. They were red. So we spoke for a bit, and then oh guys, it ended so badly, and it really ended really badly. Like, he went off on my ass about something so small, and that's such a red flag for me. If you can't, being intentionally misunderstood. I've worked really hard to be able to articulate myself, especially in a relationship, especially about things that I don't like. So if I said I don't like green, and you're like, blue? You don't like blue? I'm like, no, I don't like green. Yo, you don't like orange? No, I don't. That pisses me off. That's the one thing you can do to piss me. Don't intentionally misunderstand me, because I said what I said, and I meant what I said, and I'm not gonna go around the bush now. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I don't like. So if I do that, if I've done the work to make sure that we take the guessing work out of our communication, because I'm articulate and I'm able to say straight and I'm able to shoot sharply, and I'm intentionally misunderstand that, you're gonna piss me off. So that's exactly what happened, where we got into like a little thing where I was planning his birthday, like, just like to spend time with him on his birthday. Y'all know men, I don't think like ever celebrate their birthdays. He didn't have a plan, and my birthday is a big deal, but I wasn't even doing too much, because one, we're in a talking stage, to do less for men. So I was just like, no, like, I'm not gonna do too much, but I am gonna plan something cute for his birthday. So I make bookings, guys. Like, my friends know I was literally stressing about this, because I was trying to call, it was during a public holiday even, so I was trying to call it everywhere. This just happened now, this public holiday that we just had in August. So I was trying to call everywhere, trying to book and everything, and I end up booking, and then on the day end up canceling on me to move. And then later on he texts me, he's like, hey babe. I'm like, hey. I was annoyed when he canceled, but I was like, it is what it is, it's fine, whatever. So I'm like, okay, let me be a big girl, he needs to move, whatever. So later on he texts me, he's like, hey babe. I'm like, hey, how are you? Good. I'm like, how is the move? He's like, I didn't move. And that was my reaction was like, wow. Like, I was like, wow, you canceled our date to move, just to not move. Like, I wasn't even fight. I was like, I can fight, right? So anybody's been in a fight with me, ask any of my exes, I can rock, I can really fight, I can come out the gate swinging. But I've grown and I've rebranded into somebody calmer. I'm not gonna come out swinging. I'm not. Let's talk, right? Remember, we're adults. Wow, you said you're gonna move and you didn't move. How come? He got in my ass. Guys, he went off on me. I think mine's out of focus. I think what had like really scared me, sure, that like what really scared me is that like he really went off on my ass, and I wasn't even, that's not the energy I was coming with. So I was taken aback, guys, and he was going off. He's like, wow, all you care about is a date. I literally am going through so much right now. You care about a mere date. Paragraphs sent, went off. I immediately video called my girls. I had like a group video call. I was like, guys, like maybe maybe all wrong in acrimony. What is this? And my girls were like, no, he's wilding and he's crazy. And I saw these flags very early on, but whatever, that's how that talking stage ended. Because I was just like, no. What you're not gonna do is 1, intentionally misunderstand me, 2, disrespect me, 3, go off on me when I did nothing wrong, 4, play the victim and make me the bad person. Like, that's like such narcissistic tendencies, and I don't do that because I'm a genuine ass person. Like, you're not about to play me. So if you're gonna take my genuineness and you're gonna play with it and you're gonna like, oh, don't abuse emotionally in this relationship because I'm gonna always be in the wrong. Guys, he was literally like, you are wrong. There was a text like, because I was even trying to still talk, and I was still like, dude, what I'm saying is that I'm saying A, B, C, D. I'm saying I said 1, 2, 3, 2. 2 things can be 2 at the same 2 things can be true at the same time. You can be going through a lot, I can be disappointed. Why now do my feelings not matter because you're going through a lot in your life, right? And I'm being calm and I'm saying, oh, this, I didn't like this. I didn't like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go for me like that, and now you're the victim, and now I'm wrong. You're sending. No. He was hot, but you're not that hot, and you can be hot and be a shit person, and I'm good on you. So that was that, and then that was my last talking stage. I literally, after that, I don't even think I had options. I was talking to people, but I'm just at a point where I'm just like, I wanted that guy. I think with this last guy, being Funa, I wanted that guy. Like, I don't even know. I had no, guys, there's nothing that, I think when it ended that same day, I was like, I'm actually not sad because there's nothing that I lost out, because I just wanted him. He was just hot. Like, he was just really, really, really hot. So that was just my last talking stage, and right now I'm just at a point where I'm not actively talking. I can't even say really. I'm not actively talking to anyone. I'm not actively seeing anybody. There are like a few like dates lined up a bit, but I'm not actively talking. There's no active talking stage where it's like, oh, this talking stage might be going somewhere. Like, 0, 0, 0, 0. And I'm at a point where I'm just open. I'm open. If I were to, again, like I said a little bit earlier on, if I were to meet somebody who's really cool and we vibe and we are he's emotionally mature, which is something that I'm really realizing, that men are not men don't grow up. Because let me tell you something, my target market in dating is like 10 years plus older than me. I'm 25. So from 35 upwards, and both of these guys were in their late 30s. And I'm just like, how are you in your late 30s and you're so childish emotionally? Not even mentally, like emotionally, you have no emotional maturity. Like, is this the dating scene? And you know what Nosi already said about my target market? She already said that, there's no way that a guy in his late 30s, an eligible bachelor, has his life together, has his money together, his career together, doesn't even need to be handsome, but is like just like a regular guy in his late 30s, and he's single and he's okay. And I used to fight her. I used to be like, no, see, you don't know what you're talking about. No, see, sometimes relationships don't work and people break up and people are single in their late 30s. No, see, we're thinking, shut up. I want to fight you physically. And let me come here on record and say, no, see, knows things. No, see, knows things. No, see, knows things. Because these guys have their lives together. Their mind, their career, they're good. The money, they good. They live in nice places. Sometimes they handsome. Sometimes they tall. Waiting in the chat. But emotional maturity, we're not in a fight. That's when you see emotional maturity in some kind of disagreement or argument. It's just like, you are in your early 20s. Why aren't I dating a 21-year-old? Because I'm not even, I also even suck as a gold digger, because I won't even be like, oh, please send me like money, or like please send me 5K. So really, I'm gaining nothing, kids. I am gaining nothing. Like, this target market does not serve me anymore. This target market does not serve me. Does not serve me. Does not serve me. Does not serve me. I'm gaining nothing. Like, I'm not even eating these monies. At least okay, I come out with money. I'm coming out with nothing. I'm coming out with just emotional scarring. That's all that I'm coming. I've actually made the executive decision with myself to change my target market. My target market from now on is no longer 10 years older than me. It's 26-year-olds. I'm not there yet, ne? Guys, I'm sorry, I'm not there yet. 26, no. It's like 28 to Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I still really like older. Let me not say old. I still like older guys. I still like guys that are older than me. So I'm not gonna kick them out, but I'm gonna expand my target market. So now my target market is like from 28 until 20 years older than me, which is I'm 25, 45. I can't say that out loud. I can't say that. That's my little secret. I can't say that out loud. Forget that I said that. 45. That's old. That's old. That's really old. That's like an old man, guys. Oh my gosh. I can cap it at 20, guys. You don't know life, guys. Like, you don't know who you might fall in love with. So I'll cap it at 20 years, but now I'll bring it down now to, if somebody who's 28 is 3 years older than me, 3 years older to 20 years older than me. So I went ahead and let me zoom in and put on my lashes off camera. And also changed into my outfit because I am running a little bit late now because I'm having so much fun with you guys. So I'm just gonna put on a little bit of blush, guys. Like I said, I don't know how the girls are putting on blush these days, but this is how I still do it. Like I said, I'm really not a makeup person. This is not a makeup tutorial, so that's why I didn't even tell you guys what product I'm using and what and where. This is it. Foundation, a little bit of what do you call it, a little bit of, I feel like my cheeks are pink. Foundation, a little bit of foundation, brows, a little bit of eye thingy, what is this called, eyeshadow, lashes, and I'm done. So now let's actually do my hair as well. That's actually something that I'm quite nervous about because I have bantu knots underneath. I wonder how the hair is gonna come out, if it's gonna be nice and curly. But yeah, guys, that's basically it for me in terms of dating. What are my expectations with dating in the future? Like I said, I'm not like pressed for it right now. Oh, I was actually thinking that so I'm going to be moving out soon, and then I think my dating life is going to change once I move out. And says that yes, my parents are not like super strict, but when I'm living, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable dating at home. I think it's because the last time I lived at home was when I was a kid and I wasn't allowed to date. So even though I'm like able to talk to my parents and they're not that strict and I can like date, but I don't feel comfortable like in high. Like it feels weird. So even though I've been going out on dates and I'm open, I feel like just my love life is gonna like bloop, it's gonna skyrocket once I move out. What do I think about the apps? Let's talk about the apps for a bit while I do my hair. I'm not against them, guys. It's so like not difficult, but it's so convenient to meet people online more than it is like to meet them in real life, man. Like unless you go to things and you do things and you meet people, but I believe that you can meet people anyway. I really believe that you could be going to Spar to buy bread and you can come out with your husband. That's how I met my ex. I met him at a mall, literally randomly. I was going to take out money at I was gonna go buy eyebrow pencil and take out money at Standard Bank, and I met him. So I do believe that you can meet people everywhere, but I think when you're actively dating and you're actively trying to get into a relationship, I really am not against online dating. I really do think that it's something that everybody should try, and I think that we all to some degree online date, not all but most online date. Like if you have social media and if you've slid in DMs, or if you've had somebody slide into your DMs and you've given them the time of day, you've in some way online dated. So it's so much more convenient. I'm not too keen on the apps though, like not yet. Like I feel like I want to exhaust my real life options. There's some people in real life that I'm kind of looking at and I'm like, dude, now I'm single, like so I'm gonna comb this out. I hope this is gonna make sense. Yes, there's some people that I'm looking at like, dude, okay, now I'm single, now you're single, what's good? So I kind of want to exhaust all my physical options, like all people I've had crushes on, people that have had crushes on me. I want to exhaust all those options and then I will go online. I'll go on the apps. Does this hairstyle make sense, guys? Or must I just tie a bun? Should I try a side part? Maybe let me try a side part, child. Let me try a side part because I'm not sure if this hairstyle is making sense. Oh, with the side part it kind of is. Oh, it's actually making sense. This is cute. You guys want to see my whole outfit? this get ready with me would not be possible or would not be complete without showing you guys the whole outfit. Let me show you. So this is the fit. I'm not sure how far this is, but it's like a little cute two-piece. I got it from my sister. She bought something she was actually for herself, and it just like didn't fit her properly. Guys, my room is such a mess. Let's move this child. This is not any kind of haul, so there's no like cute background or whatever. I'm just showing you guys what I'm wearing. So that's it. Actually, let me say bye. Guys, this is working. I'm so surprised that the hair worked how it worked. This is making sense. I'm just gonna go lay my edges and then put on heels, and then I think I'm ready to leave. This is really making sense. It's cute. I'm really loving this bob. But that's really it for me, guys. Thank you so much. I feel like I spilled my business. Like, I'm literally talking about my business too much on YouTube, but it's fine. I love it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We are still in this Vlogtober thing. I'm going to be posting another video soon. I love you guys so much, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. Bye.